Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. With regard to the EPS 95, I have been airing my voice in my YouTube channel. I have earlier put one 16 minutes English video on this particular episode. After the judgment of 4/11/2022 and then subsequent clarification with regard to the 29/12/2022 by Chief Commissioner of EPFO. Now I would like to browse upon, I have already put one something in Tamil which many people may not be in a position to understand what it is. With regard to the EPS fund, I just wanted to air my views how the fund is being maintained. With regard to the Supreme Court judgment where the courts, high courts have already upheld the decisions in favor of the employees, the Supreme Court tagged many of the High Court judgments and then finally it took almost around 5 years for us to get it listed, and then final arguments were held in the month of August 2022. And the arguments heard and the judgments were reserved by the 3 sitting judges, and the judgment was given also in favor of employees partly to some extent as per the understanding. Now a detailed circular will come into that. Many people have interpreted in a different way. With regard to this legal aspect, I would like to say one thing for a few seconds, just to compare yourself with regard to the marriages where this particular judiciary system where the advocates go and argue for divorce cases. When a marriage is taking place either through an arranged marriage or a love marriage, it is between the two families get united or two hearts get united and they get married. Then once they get married, certain difference of opinion arises. I don't know what was the reason behind in it. When the marriage takes place or the love takes place, the lovers, they don't inform any lawyer or a judge and then take a judgment and then start loving and then getting married. But with regard to the dispute when it arises, I don't know, it's a curse in all over the world that this particular divorce comes into the picture, because as long as I am giving a very rebelling thought about it, but many people should understand nowadays the younger generations, they go in for such type of divorce only. They don't prefer to go to the court and then make it a public issue out of it and then do it, because the lawyers who are representing the cases may not be understanding what it is. Similarly, the judges who hear the cases, they talk in terms of a law but not in terms of the practicality. This is what. Why I am comparing this particular divorce cases, it is the particular husband and wife or the families to decide with regard to the dispute and not the court. Who are they? First of all, people should understand that we need not go to the court as far as I am concerned. It may be sound to be of a very weird while talking, but that is a fact with regard to coming to EPS 95 also. You just think of it. The public sector undertaking, private sector undertaking, organized sector, unorganized sector, banking sector, cooperative sector, anything, name it. The company is bound to deduct the employees' provident fund of 8.33% on the basic plus DA, and then that should be deposited with the EPF authorities. Now this is very clear. Then certain organizations who are running a profitable like Navaratna, Maharatna or their own capacity, the fund flow is very good. What they say that we shall deduct 12% from their employee salary and 12% we will contribute, and we will have a separate contributory provident fund or a trust provident fund. We shall manage the funds of its own, and then they applied for an exemption and they got exempted establishments with regard to the EPF. Now the EPF, when it was started in the earlier years of a family pension scheme that was merged with the EPS 95 on 16/11/1995, when the scheme per se was introduced in line with the GPFO. GPFO, as many of the people's parents would have served either in a ministry or in railways or in post office, they all must be knowing how much amount of the pension with regard to the even increase in DA as and when it takes place. I have been harping around and I am telling that my dad, who joined the services of railways in 1940, did not see the 4-figure salary when he retired in 1982. But whereas when he died recently in the month of September, he got 34,000 and odd rupees of pension, he got it. Whereas what he contributed was around 1.5 lakhs or 2 lakhs. It appears to be of a very low capital, but whereas the amount what was reimbursed to this gentleman for the further to the age of 58 to 98, that means almost equivalent to the same service period he has lived together with me, and then he died and he got a very huge sum as and when the inflated economy goes. Now the people should understand that how the inflated economy is getting up. When my father joined the company in railways, it was in 1940, 1 rupee when it was deducted, 1 rupee worth of a gold could be purchased. We are all in gold economy standard, and the gold economy, it was 1 rupee. My father could have purchased 1 rupee worth of a gold when he retired. If the same 1 rupee from the trust provident fund or a pension, if he has gone to the market of a Nalli or GRT or a gold or any gold house, if he goes and buy Papa Lal, anything, if he goes and buys it, he cannot buy it because the price is 1 rupee is now equivalent to 8 to 13 paise. That means how much amount of inflation has taken place and the rupee value has deteriorated. And what was the money given to my dad for the capital? My dad's capital was more than 1.5 lakhs or 2 lakhs of rupees, which was deposited with the General Provident Fund. That money capital remains unaltered. My mother gets a 50% of it, not even 50%, because of 1995 years and all. They were given another 100% hike in that. That is why my mother gets hardly 12,000 bucks. These 12,000 bucks of that one, what they invested in the mutual funds or any other infrastructure developments of the government bonds, they would have got that 1.5 lakhs is worth about more than 1.5 crores today. People will appreciate my point. This is what takes place in the EPF's 95 scheme also when it is evolved by the think tank of the EPS fund scheme. 8.33% of the employer's contribution, along with that 1.16% of the administrative charges paid by the organizations, has to be the fund, that is the capital with regard to the EPF's 95 fund. Okay, with 1.16% administrative charges, let us decide that it goes for only administrative charges. Forget about it. Let us talk about only the contribution of 8.33%, what has been deducted from our salary and paid to that one, in which the EPFO first initially said that it was only 4,500, 5,000, 6,500. Later on, it got struck up with 6,500, where though it was 9,000 and 15,000 circulars were all issued. Here comes this particular amount of splitting the deductions. I will explain to all the people in my next video. But with regard to the fund, how it is getting stuck up, I will conclude with that so that people will know how much amount of 56 lakhs crores of rupees fund is always being kept at the EPFO. And they are enjoying, comfortably they are enjoying the fund. They will not come into the problem at all. How? The return on capital is not at all there with regard to the EPFO. The employer's contribution, whatever you contribute, even if you consider 6,500 rupees deduction has been taken in EPFO and you are getting a 2,000 or 3,000 rupees, even if you have retired in the year 2020 or 19 and you are getting a 4,000 rupees pension, what does it denote? It denotes the organization has deducted based on 6,500 plus DA and 8.33% has been deposited with the PF authorities. Despite the fact the circulars have been announced in the newspapers by the EPFO, many organizations, public sector undertaking, private sector organization, they have given a joint options even after the RC Gupta case. Many organizations, HR department, they were sound enough to do that. Unfortunately, many companies like petroleum industry, heavy industries, Food Corporation of India, banks and cooperative societies, organized, unorganized, private companies, they all calculated penny-wise found foolish. What did they do? 6,500 rupees basic. Beyond that, we cannot continue on that. So 6,500 rupees, 8.33% was deducted and that money was deposited to the EPFO authorities, and balance capital on the actual basic 8.33 not. If it is an exempted establishment, it was 12%, and then 1.16% on that it was paid. The 1.16% on the 8.33% of the employees deduction, what was to be paid to the EPFO done, and remaining 3.67% has gone to the trust provident account of the individuals, and then 12% contribution by the employees has also gone into the individual's kitty. This is what it has actually taken place. And this 6,500 ceiling has been kept, and many of the people are not aware. As a matter of fact, I don't feel ashamed to say that I was a born union leader in 1981 with Chambal Chakravarti at Korba, as well as then in Delhi with Bhopal Singh of IEL, then later on with the great legend who recently passed away, T.S. Rangarajan. I was a party to the SABF scheme and pension scheme and all, but despite I did not give importance to this particular EPS 95 because one of the collectives of not only our organization, many organizations did not bother about it because the money what was accumulated in our CPF or a trust provident fund as an exempted establishment was so high, so we were all feeling so happy and secured. But unfortunately, when I come to know with my own wife's organization of Airport Authority of India, being a Government of India undertaking, in 2014 they went to the Madras High Court and they won the case quoting the R.C. Gupta case, and now they are all given the option. They gave the joint options. One thing it is very important to note that R.C. Gupta did not exercise any joint option with their employer. After that only he filed the case and he won the case in the Supreme Court. So there was no need for any joint declaration. I think it is the individual. It is me who has to fight with the EPFO and do that. And it is the organization's responsibility to deduct it and then make the payment. It was a failure on the part of the organizations. I will explain to you. Then now let me conclude this fund, how it is being there. Now, if 8.33% even on 6,500 rupees has gone into the kitty of EPFO, please note that if you are getting a 4,000 rupees pension, a person dies, his wife gets 50% of it, 2,000 rupees for their life. After that, this gets stopped. What happens to the capital? Such type of people, do you think that it is one and the same of Ranganathan, father of Sarvo Srinivasan, is lived up to 98? All the people are living up to 98, 90 and above. The average age in the calculation is, new pension calculation is kept as how much? 5 years of average multiplied by the number of years of services. For every 10 years of one weighted average is being added. That multiplication divided by the 70. What is that 70 denotes? It's an average age of a person. This average age of a person is 70 if it is concluded. Then how can they expect that a person will die up to that? It is a meager of few percentage of the people may live up to 85 or 90. Everybody will die. Beyond that, there are unclaimed PF funds are being available. Many people are not aware that this deduction. There are many private companies, peoples, they did not know how to withdraw the money what has been deposited and paid to their kitty. Even on 6,500 or 4,000 rupees, 4,500 or 5,000 rupees, even on 9,000 or up to 15,000 rupees, there are unclaimed one. It is running into several thousand crores. It is lying with them. It is quite unfortunate that EPFO has engaged on behalf of the government, the Attorney General, the great legend of KK Venugopal, at the age of 90, and later on he could not participate, and then Arya Sundaram was the senior counsel who argued on our case. Is it not shame on our part that the money of what we contributed, the IAS officers who are holding the chair, they are using our own money to kill our own interest? What a fantastic democracy we are living in this country. If this particular thing, if it is known to the public, then the entire public will come along with me. They have to stone. As far as I am concerned, I don't have any problem with regard to the finance. Finance is so happy, but with regard to the principle and moral, many of my colleagues, many of my brothers and sisters, they need the money. When you grow old, even I say that I am, as far as I am concerned, I am so happy. My kids are also well settled in US and all. Absolutely no issue for me. But with regard to the principle, can I go and ask my kids, I need some 30,000 bucks, I need some 50,000 bucks, I need some 20,000 bucks. Can I go and ask them? I am getting a meager of 2,500 rupees of a pension. If I get a pension of 34,000 rupees, my dad used to be so happy that he used to give 10,000 bucks for each and every occasion of Deepavali or Pongal or anything. For his own medical expenses, he will say that you go and buy the medicines only for my account, not from any other account. Now, when this EPFO has got 56 lakhs crores of rupees of unclaimed money and the fund capital per se, because the money is not returned, the return on capital to the nominees are not at all there. How many of them are aware of this? Everybody is aware of it. I know, but they are least bothered. अरे छोड़ो यार, मैं तो मर गया है, मैं मर गया तो मेरे को बाद कौन लेके जा रहा है, कौन किसको बस जा रहा है, मुझे मालूम ही नहीं होता है. मैं तो मर गया तो कौन उठा के मेरे को जाके वो मशान में कर देगा, वो कुछ भी मालूम नहीं है. छोड़ दो, वो जो भी है मैं अर्न कर दिया, उसको मालूम भी नहीं है. सवेरे क्या खाया वो भी मालूम, सवेरे मैंने नाश्ता के लिए क्या खाया वो भी मालूम नहीं है. मेरा पास 50 लाख पड़ा था, 20 लाख पड़ा था, मेरा पेंशन होगा, क्या होगा, किसका होगा, छोड़ दो. मेरे को तो सब भूल गया है, मेरे को कुछ याद ही नहीं आ रहा है. यही होता है, हकीकत यही होता है. हमारा फंड उनका पास है, they are holding that money. Please understand, our money is very much available with them, and that money, even in the court cases also, they are spending our money. What authority they have got to spend our money? Who has given the authority to them? Are they having any sense of belonging to their seniors? Are they treating the seniors as a humans in this country? Rest apart, leave apart these politicians. They talk so many things in the parliament and then do it. Let us forget about it. Let us forget about the advocates and the court also, because they are not aware of what it is. The money is paid by us, received by the fund, that EPFO has to give the account for me. As simple as that. We should sort it out. The husband and wife should sort it out. They should not go to the court for a divorce. Same thing here also applies. So much amount of the rules are being put into that. And then finally what happens? It is the worst scenario it takes place. Please understand. I think people should know return of capital. If the return of capital is not there, that means my fund is very much available. Once a husband as well as wife dies, the money is not returned to the people. Similarly, many people die between 58 to 70s. Those people, husband and wife, when they die, the capital remains as it is. Now the question, many very, very intelligent people will ask this question to me. What is that question? If, say, some 20 lakhs of rupees, let me consider my case. I have to pay around 20 lakhs and my wife has already contributed 20 lakhs for which she's already got the orders yesterday. Because she reached 58 and the Airport Authority of India, she gets a good PPO has already been ordered as per the new pension scheme. But now if we both of us put together, we contribute 30 to 40 lakhs of rupees, that 40 lakhs of rupees, with that, whatever the money we are getting it, say for me it is not 40,000. I have not paid 20 lakhs. Let us say I have paid only some 3 to 4 lakhs. Say totally 43 lakhs of my rupees. In that 43 lakhs of rupees, whether my wife and myself together, if we get around say 50,000 rupees as monthly pension, is it possible? रुपया ना पैसा, ये इन लोग को जो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंसी में भी कूद पड़ा था, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंसी इन लोग को वही कैलकुलेट करेगा. वो जो 8 लाख रुपया मेरा ऊपर में जो जमा हुआ है, उसी का जो कितना कीमत मिलेगा उतना ही मेरे को मिलेगा. भाड़ में जाना है, ये नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं होता है. इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट. इट इज माई मनी नहीं है. मेरा पिताजी का पिताजी, मेरा मामा, मेरा जीजा जी, सब ने गया हुआ है, उन लोग को मर चुका है. उनका कैपिटल से जो इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है ना, उसी से तो दे रहा है ये. And inflation, who is taking into account? Our money is being taken for infrastructure developments, mutual funds developments. So this is not based on only my contribution they are giving this pension. वो छूट से इंटरेस्ट से नहीं दे रहा है. They are not giving like that. It is many people's unclaimed fund which is very much available, which I am saying 56 lakhs crores of rupees are available. Two things which I have made it very clear to the public. It is the money of huge money of our own blood. We have worked hard-earned money. It is our blood that is very much available with them. Unnecessarily, these people are all making the issues more complicated with the rules and regulations and so forth, that this very joint declarations and all is coming. No joint declaration. As far as R.C. Gupta case is concerned, it was very clear there was no joint declaration given by R.C. Gupta. The judgment was given in favor of it. That the wisdom prevailed in the Supreme Court judges. They gave the judgment in a very neat and clean manner. The yesteryear's judges were very cool, correct. But nowadays, the people are all making more and more complicated because of more and more discussions and more arguments are being taken place. They are all using their brain. And they are giving so much amount of complications in the court of law. And whatever the humans receive, they are not gods to understand what it is. What is a husband and wife? What is the understanding? Does a judge know? a male, a female of a judge? No. They are declaring that so and so, I have given enough opportunity of 6 months and you people both did not come together. So I am giving a divorce to both of you. Who are you to give judgment? Why should you go? Since you go and knock the door of a Supreme Court or High Court, they are giving the judgment. We should not go to the court at all. If at all, we have to go to the court. It is the organization has to go to the court. They are the middlemen in this. And they have, what did they do? They have not done anything. They have not done anything. They have not implemented themselves. But one thing I'll tell you, Airport Authority of India, HR department, they took up the case in the Madras High Court and they won the case and they have issued the circulars and joint declarations have also been taken because of the amendments in 2014. Prior to that, they have taken the joint declaration from all the employees and some of the people applied for a full pension, some of the people did not apply. Now they feel regretted after the Supreme Court judgments and we are ready to go for it, like that and all they talk. Now I have given enough explanation with regard to the fund of 56 lakhs crores of rupees available with them, and that is the money they are spending, and now it is the people to get united first. It is the organizations to take up the issue with the EPFO and then get us the pension. It is not we who have to fight for it. Please understand this particular topic, what I am explaining to you, and then this should go viral and we should make it up. And one more thing I would like to tell you with regard to the politicians raising the voice in the parliament, they will listen to it and it will go like just like that our normal हमारा routine दफ्तर में जो काम होता है ना उसी तरफ से होगा, उसी से काम नहीं चलेगा. हमारा understanding between EPFO and ourselves. The EPFO का commissioner IAS officers, they should set aside their ego. They should not treat our juniors or the seniors in a very bad shape. They should first of all think that we are all humans. Then automatically all the crystal clear circulars can be issued by the EPFO. If the Chief Commissioner of EPFO listens to my voice, he will not say no to my words. This is the actual fact. He is a one single gentleman. He may not be alone taking the decision. There is a think tank of so many IAS officers sitting under him in Deputy Secretary, Joint Secretary, as well as in Under Secretaries, desk officers. They are all there, so many ranks. They all put together only, they are making the more complications. But one thing they are forgetting, they are also getting aged. At the 60, they will also retire. And at one point of time, they will also die. And at one point of time, they may also be caught into some issues and they may not be able to get the pension, and pensions may be attached to something. That time, they may feel guilty that we have done something injustice to the senior citizens. Now, I leave the forum to the public to get united and then come forward with a good understanding that we all will fight only through organization. It is the organization, EPFO, employees. These three people should get their actual pension in line with the earlier judgment of R.C. Gupta. As simple as that. Hope I have enough clarified. Now, and I will come with another episode with regard to a gentleman who's non-exempted person. He is also getting the same thing. And how it is being done, I will explain to him. I will explain to all the public in English how a person in non-exempted establishment is also getting a lower pension. What was the reason behind it, and who is at fault? I will explain it. Because I have decided, I was a union leader, I was an association leader, I have been a law-abiding citizen, but now it is a time for me to air my views only through media. This is the only way out that media viral only can help the people to reach. Unless if I don't reach the public may not be in a position to understand. After hearing my voices and hearing and listening to my appeal, people are all pouring lot of informations to me. They are all calling me. I am talking daily around 15 or 20 people I am talking. I have got around hundreds of calls I am not able to attend. Please don't mistake me that I am not able to pick up the call because I have a Truecaller installed in my phone, and all the calls it is not coming because many people think these guys are all putting the YouTube videos and they only for the name and fame they are putting. It is not so. Money is not at all the criteria for me because I am not in a position to take up all the calls. And the 30 crores out of his 20-30 crores of people are all in the streets. And how can I take all the calls? Please save my number and then give it in WhatsApp. As and when time comes, I will definitely, like our father of our EPFO cases, Mr. Parveen Kohli is also giving his life and death. He is not in a, he is sleeping hardly 2-3 hours. Same thing happens to me for this 2023. I am also, I'm just sleeping 3 hours. After that, my screen time is going day by day, it is increasing. My kids are all cautioning me, but they are all into that field, and they say your screen time shows more than 14-15 hours. Dad, you have to, you see, I am a heart patient, I am a bypass patient, I have to take care of my health also. That is important. But my health is बाढ़ में जाने दो, कोई बात नहीं. मेरा brothers and sisters के लिए मैं आवाज उठाऊंगा. ये this voice should go to the public. This voice, all the people should get united. हमारा भारत देश में जो भी इतना भी आदमी है, ये सब इकट्ठा होना चाहिए. सबको पता होना चाहिए ये सब, ये हमारा कोर्ट ने कुछ गलत नहीं कर रहा है, वकील ने कुछ गलत नहीं कर रहा है, हमारा ईपीएफओ ने गलत कर रहा है. वो ईपीएफओ गलत करने के लिए हमारा ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस लोग को चूतिया बना के बैठे हैं. सिर्फ 6,500 में 1.16% दिया है. अगर नहीं होता तो मेरा 1 लाख रुपया बेसिक में 50,000 रुपीज हुआ ना, 1.5 लाख रुपया का ऊपर में 8.33% जमा करके उसको 1.16% करना है. उससे सेविंग दिखा रहा है. क्या फायदा है उसका, क्या फायदा है? अभी समझ में आया होगा. People would have understood what I am trying to say with regard to the funds. Let me continuously talk on this EPS 95 and explain to you. Thank you.